My name is Victoria Murillo, and I am doing an informative speech for Public Speaking 1315. Just as David Pierce and Lauren Good's article, The Wired Guide to the iPhone states, the iPhone is one of the most influential gadgets ever created. There is no denying that this innovation has changed our society in so many different ways. Ever since its debut in 2007, the iPhone has been developing and coming out with new models for 11 years. Today I will be informing you and filling you in on the timeline and development of the advancements on the iPhone. Our phones are an extremely active part in our everyday lives. They are even more prominent in the lives of teens and young adults in their 20s. Apple and Steve Jobs innovated tiny little flip phones to create something much greater, smarter, and bigger. They came out with the second smartphone to ever hit the market. I myself own an iPhone. It is what I use to communicate with friends and family on a daily basis, and I can assure you that it is one thing that I never forget to grab on my way out the house. It is always on my body or somewhere near me. Electronic communication devices have always fascinated me. These small, compact devices hold our entire lives within them. The iPhone has taken this to another level by having developed software to suit our everyday needs and allowing us to depend on cellular devices for many different reasons. Let's look at the software of the first smartphone and compare that to the first iPhone, following with the latest development of the iPhone. Let's begin with the first smartphone. History of the iPhone. According to an article I read about the history of smartphones, the first smartphone to have ever been sold on the market was called the Simon Personal Communicator, created by IBM in 1994. However, this prototype was nowhere near the advanced software of the modern iPhone. The first iPhone was introduced and released in 2007, according to an article by Owen Andrew. The battery life had 8 hours of talk time and 250 hours of standby. This was way much longer than the Simon Personal Communicator. Downsides of the first iPhone included difficulty typing on the keyboard because it could only recognize one finger at a time. Also, you couldn't connect to business email servers. The next iPhone was a huge improvement from the first, and sales boosted. Development of newer models and advancements in the software, iOS. The next iPhone to succeed the first was the iPhone 3G. This new model was much improved from the first, including features as App Store and GPS navigation. Apple saw that the sales boosted from just 1.39 million units sold of the iPhone compared to the 11.63 million units sold of the iPhone 3G. Apple has proceeded to come out with new models every year for the last 12 years. Each year, these phones increase in quality and price. They come out with new softwares and new tech that continues to improve and get better than the previous model. These devices will continue to develop and improve until who knows when. Here's a complete list with pictures of the iPhone models. Apple has also come out with accessories for the iPhone, such as Apple Watches and AirPods, which are some of the more modern and latest products that they have released in this past year. All the sales have boosted Apple's business greatly. Apple has gained so much wealth and recognition for the development of these gadgets. According to a blog I read, the iPhone made up 61.805% of Apple revenue in 2018. Over 1 billion iPhones were sold in the first 9 years. The development of our iPhone devices up to date has been a long and extensive process, but we are left with fantastic devices that we use nonstop. Next time you're Snapchatting or sharing memes on Instagram with a friend, think of the time it took to get the software to that standard to allow you to be able to do those things so easily. Great effort and dedication leads to the satisfaction and appreciation of a modern society.